Hello, my name is Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what I want to do is I want to talk about, I know I made another video about this, but people's not getting an understanding of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you by example, by maps and images and stuff about the location of the fatal headshot. Now, like I said, this is what we look at this is what researchers look at when they do calculations on the fatal headshot to JFK. They put, like I said, Governor Connally here and JFK, but we don't see no driver, we don't see no passenger, we don't see Mrs. Connally, and we don't see Mrs. Kennedy. Even the location of the door of the seats, they actually got them further in. But in all rights, if you go by the images and you look at the images and you look at the JFK's limo at that time, these seats were actually by the door. It wasn't 6 inches in as they claim. It's actually by the door. So see, again, they're throwing themselves off. Now, like I point out right here, this is how they view the JFK assassination from the fatal headshot, even the magic bullet. They show it this way, okay? Which Governor Connally should be over here more because we see his arm up on this rise right here of the door, and his seat is actually by the door because we can see this in images where his seat is exactly right against the door, but they place him this way so they can work in that magic bullet theory. But this is how they always view it when they do their research on it. They place the vehicle right here stationary with just the 2 subjects in the car. That's it, or the 1 subject, especially when it comes to fatal headshot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up this right here. This is your layout of Dealey Plaza. This is overview. Now, as I pointed out, and as other researchers pointed out, they claim a shot came from the manhole, the drainage right here. There was somebody shot JFK there. Somebody shot JFK from the picket fence area here, or even up here on this corner, or over here on the south side, okay? Or the fatal headshot came from the Dow Tex building or Texas School Book Depository. You know, they're pointing in all these different directions, okay? Like, let's see. So one of these images here. Okay, let's do it this way. Here's how they do the ballistics. Okay, they got the ballistic shot right here from the picket fence area. They have 1 test done from Ballistic Test from the 6th floor Texas School Book Depository, and I got 1 they done from from Dow Tex building, and then we have, and then we have the south side. And they claimed all these shots could happen, but let's look at this for a minute when we do this close up. Let's do the close up here for a minute. Okay, now any shots from the back, JFK would have been pushed forward. We know this for a fact. He would have been pushed forward. Okay, now if he shot from the picket fence area, he would have went back and then to the left, as they claimed it happened, which it didn't happen. Okay, now if we get a shot from the south side, right here, anywhere in this location here, we get a shot from the south side. See, it actually has to go through the windshield, the chrome and stuff right here, which would be the passenger. It would have to go through the passenger and through Governor Connally before it even strikes JFK. So you see, even from the south side, any ballistic test done, it would actually have to go, because his car was at this angle when he was shot. That's why I said he was shot from here, we pushed off to the left, as we see in the films and stuff. But we're looking at these ballistic tests they've done. Any shots on a ballistic test from this south side here, as they claimed, it had to go through the windshield, the passenger, Governor Connally, then hit JFK. So no fatal headshot could come from there. So now let's look right here. Now when we look at this is nothing they leave out when they don't do the ballistics. We have people here. We have a lamppost here. We have people here, here, all over filming stuff. We have vehicles along this right here, trucks, cars, and everything else. We have people standing along here. We have people standing along here. We have people right here. We have people right here. We have people running around here and stuff. We have to look at this. We have the follow-up car. We have the cop, police officers on the side. We have another car, the follow-up car with Linda B. Johnson in it. We have Mrs. Kennedy. We have Mrs. Conley. We have the driver. We have the Secret Service agent over here that's sitting in the passenger seat. We have Governor Conley. Then we have JFK right here. Now, like I said, and we have three men standing over here. We have Mr. Zapruder or Mrs. Sussman over here on the wall. We have a wall right here. We have a wall right here. We have the picket fence area here. When we're looking at this, we have to look at all this and consider. We have to take this in consideration because of that fatal headshot when we're going to do a ballistic test. But they don't look at it that way. So what I did was I looked at it here. We put it this way here, as you see here. The shelter number 3, he'd been struck right in the right side, and he went straight to the left, which we see in the film stuff, which I prove in my other videos. But now, if we look at here, any shots from the south side, we would end up hitting the driver, and that's tilting the car this way now. That's not going head on like we got there, but we're going to go stationary. It would either hit the driver, Mrs. Conley, or Mrs. Kennedy. Any shots from here would hit the driver or Mrs. Conley, or even Governor Conley. Shot from this location, which is on the south side, would hit Mrs. Conley before it even hit JFK. Shot from this location would hit Mrs. Kennedy before it would hit JFK. So see, we have to look at all this when we do this. So let's put it all together now. When we're going to watch these ballistic tests, okay, we're going to have the main overview. We're going to have the other view of all the people and everything else when we're going to take this fatal headshot. Because remember, like I said, JFK is sitting in a car, which he's going to be down this low. We have people standing, which is going to be standing up like this, above Kennedy. Okay, so when Kennedy goes by, say right here, I'm going to point this finger up right here. This is how high Kennedy will be sitting up in the car. Remember, he's sitting down in a car. And we have people standing along the side of the road, which Kennedy is going to be way lower than the people that's standing. But now let's look at the ballistic test now that they've done. We would see here that a shot from the picket fence, which there is no shots because it would have struck this wall here first. He would have to take a shot from the corner here, which we can see in the Mormon photo, and we can also see in the Zapruder film and stuff, and we can see the next film, and there was no shots coming from the picket fence area. But we can see a shot coming from the shelter area, which I point out here, which will knock JFK to the left, as we see in the films. But when we view the films, they're going to say he went back and to the left, okay, which has never happened. Now we take the ballistic test here from the Texas School Book Depository. It would end up striking somebody in the follow-up car before it would hit JFK, because remember, there's guys standing on the running boards. So we see that one of these Secret Service agents here would have got shot before Kennedy would have got shot. Same thing for here. Ballistic test, when you do it here, when you add that fact in of people there and stuff, he would have ended up shooting somebody in the follow-up car before they would even strike JFK. Again, we'll go to ballistic test from the south side. They would end up hitting this person here, or a vehicle, or this truck. Actually, it would have hit the truck, or this person standing here, or the people standing here before they even would strike JFK's limo. Then when they strike the limo, it would have hit the windshield first, or to hit the passenger in the front seat first, or to hit Governor Conley first before it even would strike JFK. So see, these people don't look at this when they do their ballistics. Like I said, they point out one vehicle, and they look at the map this way. They point out one vehicle, and it's stationary in this one spot, and they'll say, well, see, look at this ballistic test. It lines right up. But when we look at it this way, when we take this and we look at it this way, adding all these people in there that's standing up now, like I said, they're standing up, which is going to be higher than JFK in the car, okay, and we put the locations of all the people, where they're located at, and the people and everything else, and we go to the locations, and we overlay that over the ballistic test that they've done. We're going to see a total different story now, which a truck will be struck first, or people here would have been struck first before even Kennedy's car would have been hit. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, Kennedy's car is lower than the people. Because we'll say the top of JFK's car here, and JFK standing right here, sitting right there, but the people be like this. Because the car is going to be no higher than their waist high. But JFK's limo is going to be waist high to a lot of people standing there, and then you got from the upper torso and their head and stuff is going to be above JFK. So now they're going to be shot if someone was shooting from the south side, because remember, JFK's car is moving, people are moving around, they're not going to stay in one location, they're going to be going this way and that way. Now we got people, and if you got a sniper on the south side, we got sun beaming down, which is going to reflect off the windshield and his location, or off the chrome of the car. And then we have people moving around that's going to be going in front out. When he takes that shot, he would have struck somebody else and shot somebody else before he would have took JFK. That's from the south side. From the picket fence area, the same thing. He would have either struck the wall right here, as I point out here, we struck the wall right here, and the only way you're going to clear a shot to JFK, but you have a short time expansion to take aim and take shot before the car got over here where these three men were standing. And then we also have the Newman family right here. They would have to be somebody shooting above them, which they did from shelter number 3, which I pointed out. And like I said, any ballistic test from shots being fired from behind, from the Texas School Book Depository or the Dallas Tech's building, they would end up shooting somebody in a Secret Service agent car and the follow-up car behind Kennedy before they would have struck JFK. So if they look at it this way, when they run their ballistics, they say, okay, it could come from here, but now let's look at it this way. If they would have done it this way, they would actually find out that they would have actually shot somebody else before they would even shot Kennedy from these different locations as they've done their ballistic test on. So see, I want to make this clear and known, because still a lot of people don't understand this. When I do research and stuff like that, even when I did this research here, if I was going to do a ballistic test or something, okay, I'm going to see he's going to have a clear shot to JFK from the shelter, and there ain't going to be nobody in his way. He has time from this Stemmons Freeway sign, which is right here, but you can pull up here. This guy inside the shelter, he's in the third window up above from the bottom. He has this time from here, as the car's moving, to take his aim, which is going to be above the Newmans, because remember, the Newmans said the bullet came past them, directly from behind them, which the Newman family's right here, and right here is where the shots were. Okay, so they're going to see this. They're going to have that much time from here to here for him to take his aim and take his shot. So this is the only location that was a proper, best location for anybody to take a fatal headshot to JFK, because they have time to take aim. They had hardly no one in their way, okay, and everything else. So they actually had a better chance of taking a shot to JFK from the shelter than from the picket fence area or any other location, because there wouldn't have been nothing in their way. But if you take it from the south side, you can have all these people in your way and everything else that's standing up, like I said, same as from the picket fence area. You take a shot from here to here, you end up striking these three men on the stairwell here, in between the Pelagora and the picket fence area, the stairway here. They would have got struck before JFK, because you see they're blocking that view from here up to here. They're blocking that view from any gunman taking a shot to JFK. So there was no gunman behind the picket fence area. When you do ballistic tests, you can prove this by, when you do a real ballistic test, by looking at all these facts. Okay, like I said, when they do the ballistic test, they don't put nobody there. They don't have no follow-up cars. They don't have no people there or nothing else. They're just basing it on a stationary car, one or two people, one or two subjects in the car, and that's it. But when you look at it this way, you can fully understand that their ballistic tests are all wrong. So we cannot base this fatal headshot on a ballistic test as evidence, because it's all wrong, because of the way angles and by the people that's surrounding and stuff, because they don't have none of that in their testing when they do that test. So I just want to make this video here to make sure that people understand, because there's been people writing me some emails going, well, why can't it come from the south side, or why can't it come from the Dallas Tech's building? Because you have to look at facts when you do research, especially for a fatal headshot. You have to look at facts. You have to look at over all this stuff before you can actually determine, say, hey, here's where that shot came from, or hey, where this shot came from. Because if the ballistic test proves to say, hey, it came from the south side, okay, but now let's go ahead and put the people in there, and the vehicles were in their location at the time, the people in there at the time, staying up, and JFK in the car moving, they're going to find out that the ballistic test is all wrong, because that bullet's going to pass JFK, or it's in him going to strike and hitting somebody else before it even hits JFK. So when we do research, we have to look at this. And now it's going to show that's why people, when they do the ballistic test, they just use the one subject or two subjects in the vehicle, and they have the car stationary, and they have nobody around. You ever notice they rope it all off? They rope it all off so no cars are coming down there. So no people are walking around, and they blow it all off so nobody in the way. So they could say, hey, here's where the shot came from, and we could prove the shot came from there, but it didn't. Because if we had the people back into it, we have the vehicles back into it, we have everybody in their location, we have JFK's limo moving, and everybody in JFK's limo, and we have follow-up cars and everything else, it can be proven that they're wrong. That's why they never have them people there. That's why they don't have them cars stationary there. That's why they don't have people staying in certain locations. And that's why they don't have JFK's cars moving, because they know they can be proven wrong if they try to do a ballistic test on it. So I just want to make this video here just to show a little bit more and go a little bit more detail. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm going to try to squeeze in one more video if I can. But like I said, don't forget to tell your friends about us. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day.